Hello. I know usually lately I've been opening these things up with a little sketch or something, but not this time. This is a little different. The subject matter in this episode is very graphic and disturbing. It makes controversial claims of certain things that younger viewers may not be prepared to see or hear. So I would suggest that they do not watch this program. Not this one tonight. Sure, we'll toss around a curse word or two and say this and that, but this one's different. It's very troubling. We went to a place called the 101 Café. It's got a history of being haunted. A lot of videos out there, people that went there. But I can tell you this much. I don't think they got what we got. If you want more information on some things that might have happened out there that they may not have, then you should watch this video. It's definitely a different experience.
This is the 101. It is in Winchester, Indiana. We're here overnight, actually, till 5 in the morning, on a group hunt hosted by Rush Paranormal, who is also based in Winchester. You might see, you probably have seen Robert Dowell in a previous episode of WTF Files. He was in the episode Too Ghoul for School is what it was titled.
Yes.
So, he is here, along with his wife, and a few other people are also here as well, including a medium, Reverend Kayla is her name.
Yeah.
And we have already done, by the time you've seen this, we've already done the walkthrough, which you'll be seeing in a minute, but this place has seen a lot of activity, according to Dowell. So, suicides, murders.
Yeah.
The place upstairs used to be a brothel.
It's massive and
It is a huge place, and I'm fully expecting a long night of activity from this location. I'm personally interested to see what happens at the witching hour at 3 a.m.
Yes.
That'll be when we get the hotbed of activity. That is why we are here overnight. So, with that in mind, let's go. Wait, it's over here. Sorry. It's this way. Sorry.
Greetings all at the 101 location, and it appears as if it's some kind of cafe, and I have not gotten the backstory yet. Well, in time.
Yep. Soon.
What it's going to use as a yes answer. Can you show me a no? It's not going to be super like Johnny on the spot. It doesn't want to respond right now.
Why are you taking off your shirt?
Don't be shy.
The couch was fucking real shitty. Probably. When that couch removed, it was disgusting. I'm done being gross.
I'm not moving these. They're on beads, so they're, yeah. They're free spinning. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I want to show you guys this. Like, I can't manipulate the wire.
I'm
I'm showing you this because generally the thing that people say is like, oh, you're just like squeezing your hand to make the move. I can squeeze all I want, and it's not.
Yeah, I already know. Me and Travis had somebody that had one of those at our other previous.
I'm curious how that works.
In theory, it's a manipulation of energy, and generally, apparently that's a manipulation of energy. Can you point to Aaron? Can you point to Aaron?
It just, to me, it just feels like you can help them.
That's
Close. There we go. It's getting closer.
Can you point to Adam?
No.
What's the bathroom?
So no.
Can you point to Adam?
I would recommend doing that because it will cause, I don't say false readings, but misinterpret confusion of business with the
Starting to go.
Absolutely.
There it goes.
Okay. Everything fine, okay? Perfect.
That still creeps the hell That still creeps the hell out of me.
It's like direct hit.
Wow.
Do you enjoy letting us know that you're here?
Roll. Uh-oh.
Apparently not. That's dowsing rods in a nutshell.
Do you have mixed emotions?
I have a pendulum too, if you want to.
You want to show the pendulum?
It's up to you.
Apparently we need to talk about the pendulum, right?
So pendulum, similar concept as using dowsing rods, only it's
I've seen one of those too. Yeah.
so it's all form of divination. So you ask, can you show me a yes? Can you show me a no? And you can also get directions, like if there's a portal, you can have it show you what direction the portal's going in. You can make a selection. Can you show me a selection? So if you were choosing, well, crystal laser, more for healing work, things like that. But if you're doing a portal, you can see which way the portal is spinning. And if you're clearing them, then you can ask to confirm whether it's closed, if you've cleared it all the way, things like that. You can also use it to help you find directions. So you can ask, like, can you show me where the bathroom is? So it starts swinging that way. You just have to know, like, it'll have a little bit further swing that way than this way, but it has to obviously have momentum to be able to show you. So basically same concept. Yes. No. And then you can use it, we don't really have paper, do we? So you can basically make your own spirit board and draw numbers on it, letters on it, and it'll swing to letters, numbers. You can get years, names, things like that. And you can draw yes, no, maybe on it. So.
You can also use like a stand, so you can also put it on, like, a friend of ours has, actually it's for time flies, but it's just a little wire with a clip on the end of it, and it holds it still so you physically can't be manipulating. You can sit it on a tabletop and ask it, can you show me yes, can you show me no, and it's just another way of guaranteeing that there's no human manipulation involved.
I use metal ones for paranormal stuff because they don't hold energy. Anything with crystals, stones, anything like that will hold energy from places. This will not. So that's why this is all metal.
Night vision cameras. Also, all night vision cameras. We have 4 of these cameras set up. 3 in the basement, 1 in the kitchen. Of course, you know, digital recorders, SB7 spare box.
Oh, sorry.
We have holy water if you want to use it. EMF detector. We also have the Melrim 8704. This has the EMF field, temperature reading, and a REM pod built in. So when
Love those things.
laser light, laser thermometer, it'll read and record the max and the low temperatures wherever the laser's pointing. pull it forward, like exactly what it is. We also have a speaker for the spirit box, or you can use it for the digital recorders. Basically, just make it louder. Because if you turn the spirit box on, an SB7, no, an SB11 is a lot louder. But I mean, if you're running an SB7, you're gonna. That's as loud as you're gonna get, and you can barely hear the sweep. You put the speaker on it. It gets a lot louder. Which I think you guys have used it before.
No, but I have other means of doing stuff.
I've seen him use it. When you guys did the school, I did the editing for that episode. So I saw you use it.
We're also running an audio system. We're going to be pumping noise through the freaking basement, try to stir up activity. There's a REM pod downstairs, there's energy rods downstairs.
The REM pod is set for REM and shadow detection tonight.
Okay, so if you cross the beam, the laser for the REM pod, because it has a shadow detector on it, it will beep. So don't be alarmed by that. You do not have to go down in the basement. There is something down in the basement that's very dark. And it has attacked people. I've been attacked, he's been attacked, and he's been attacked.
Wow.
Okay, they were scratched, I was slapped. Okay. Have been confirmed deaths down here, and Kayla's kind of told me what's downstairs. That's weird. Are you taking a picture of me? So yeah. This is my first event, so. This is Kayla.
Hi.
She's psychic. Medium.
She's awesome.
That's okay. I'm a large.
Small, medium, at large?
I think you're giving yourself a little bit of credit there, Mike.
Only if he's a criminal.
What, did you shop at Baby Gap or something?
Adam's going to be running base camp, by the way, so...
This is your home base. I will, like, most lights go off, there will be lights around here, so... And if you guys get creeped out, just come over here, get some light.
We don't get creeped out.
Nah.
Yeah,
Oh, this one.
We get excited.
You'll see.
This one does.
This right here, this is the room we were attacked in. We were attacked back here.
So, super hot. You can see, like, the really, really charred wood and all the wiring and things, so...
This right here, this is the room we were attacked in. We were attacked back here. Thank you, Kayla, for coming down. I do not like it down here. But this is what they believe was part of the speakeasy.
Let me talk.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so a couple things to note while you're down here. If you look up, you're going to notice that all of the wood is black. That is not paint, that is charring. At one point, this building caught on fire, actually a couple different times. So what you're seeing is that the wood that you're seeing here, that's fresh wood, this has all been done in order to brace the upstairs flooring. That's why you see that here. So this is not, and nor was it ever, another room. It was simply put here to brace and make the upstairs stable because the floor was literally going to cave in because, as you can tell, it has sustained some major damage.
Damn.
Yeah, it's intense. You'll also notice here, like, there's still wires up here that were charred. You can see, like, that's how hot it was.
Yeah. Firefighters have said this was the hottest fire that they ever came across.
But why did it start?
There's a couple different theories on that. Most popular theory being arson. You'll notice over here the brick is white. That's because it got so hot that it actually burnt the brick.
What's this? Something got bricked up here?
There's another room back there. You can get to it from out and around. But you'll see, like, there's these little doors and, like, windows and things. This is part of, again, what leads to the theory of speakeasy, because in theory, this would be a pass-through for alcohol, in theory. But yeah. So, super hot. You can see, like, the really, really charred wood. and all the wiring and things. So when Rose says that she is working on renovations, she truly is renovating this building. If it weren't for people like Ro, buildings like this would absolutely be demolished. I mean, it's one of those, if she hadn't came in and saved the building, there's a really good chance it would have been considered condemned. In this area, we have had several experiences too. There is a guy down here, there's an entity down here that's a male entity that I have encountered. He likes to make you think that he's demonic. He's really just a prick. And I'm not afraid to tell him that.
Like that.
What's that?
I have exes like that.
I have exes like that too. Anyhow, Aaron and I were down here, and this is the area where Aaron and I were at when Aaron got scratched. We were down here just chilling, doing some EVP and recording. We were trying to get responses on the Paranormal Puck and REM pods and our MEL-REM when we got upstairs and discovered that Aaron had been scratched. So that's the basement in a nutshell. You asked me about that bricked up room. There's the other side of that brick wall. And to give you an idea, there's a step there. To give you an idea of how massive the building is, it just keeps going and going. Watch your head.
Jesus, like the Energizer Bunny.
There is also speculation that the streets right here, there used to be a trap door on the sidewalk, and this was used as a drunk tank. Again, rumor.
Rumor is this was the area that was used as the jail cell. But yeah, it's kind of cool. You can check out some of the original brickwork here on the foundation. It's kind of cool. You can see how charred it is. You can see where some of the mildew and mold have gotten to it through the years. As with everywhere in this place, make sure you are really careful and watch your step, and I'll stay back as your flashlight guide.
At least that's where they discovered the body.
Right here, huh?
Somewhere in that area.
Reportedly.
You're going to hear a lot of cars. Just because the road's right there, and it seems like every haunted place has a busy road right next to it. So that's about it on the. Go in there.
He's your kid, dude.
Go in there.
What's this falling apart?
Wow.
You already got it.
Getting some super vibes in here.
Yep.
Up here was a hotel and at one point it was a hotel, at one point it was an apartment, and Kayla's coming up here. Guess what this was?
It's gonna be
A kitchen.
a kitchen. No.
Kitchen. Speculation in this room. I'm gonna tell you this now. World's dirtiest bathroom. Shit.
The world's.
Well, clumsiest paranormal investigator.
I'm sorry, but
Robert was still friends, right?
We're just dead.
Well, that's going to go in the episode.
Actually, again, about where Travis.
happens.
Speculation that there is somebody was found hung in here. You guys are up here investigating, or when you guys are up here investigating, don't eat the freaking insulation.
Who would do that?
Do I look 8 to you, Robert?
It's salty. I like it. Make your throat itch like you just.
Ooh, cotton candy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Why has it got the Pink Panther on the package?
Also, right here,
That causes
somebody was
a
murdered
lot
right
of
here.
bleeding.
Okay.
Shot right here.
Itch like.
Wow.
So, go down the hallway here. This is the creepiest hallway in the world. Okay.
So this is the top floor.
This is the top floor. Okay.
If
Right
I
where's
were
the entrance to the brothel.
if I were
So you
some
hang your coat up, door closed, and get the secret knock. Maybe like these people. Bathrooms from the using there.
Well, I imagine this is where they're putting all the stuff to tear now.
Yeah. So, this door. Fairly high off the ground. And there's mysterious people there. So, speculation goes they would put a virgin young girl.
Hey, Robert.
Put him. What?
The dude was in there.
Go away.
Making.
They would put a young woman,
What was
girl
that?
in there. You just kicked the wall.
No, I didn't.
When they're walking down the stairs. Oh, that was me hitting the thing.
Scaring yourself.
And the men would come in, they'd pay a fee, and they'd be able to pick up at it.
Alrighty.
And that's 101.
All right.
We're going upstairs.
Okay. What time is it on that? Is that accurate?
It doesn't have time.
Oh, okay.
It is 9:37.
Yeah, we should
Okay.
definitely state that
Okay.
before every recording.
It is 9:37 on June 23rd, 2018. We're about to break off into two pairs of two and explore the upstairs, which we have consulted with the dowsing rods, which Darren currently has a pair in his hands. And they have told us, the spirits have, that there's more activity upstairs than there's downstairs. That's to be expected. It was a brothel at one point in time. So
Wait, if those are dowels, does that make them dowsing rods?
they're dowsing rods. In any event, Darren and Laura are going to take the top floor
And
where
then
the brothel was, and
and Mike.
Travis and I are going to go to the second to top floor for the rest of it. So, vamonos.
All right, so we're on the second floor.
Second floor, and once again, it is about 9:40 at night, and we're going
Laura
to,
and Darren are upstairs.
yeah.
So
And
we've got the
our
meter,
EVP reader,
EMF reader.
EMF reader. Right now, it is at 0. We just set that there so that we can get readings off of it if need be. Yeah, I think it was just for me setting it down. Yeah. All right, so I am going to allow Travis to do the honors, if you would, please.
Things going on. There are trucks.
We're basically at the intersection of one of the busiest throughways in Winchester, so there's going to be a lot of traffic noise, unfortunately, but I think that's mainly why we picked this room, because that room would have been closer to it, I think.
Yeah.
So this room is probably the better idea.
If there's anybody here with us, could you move something, do something, give us a sign, say something? It is incredibly warm in this room. It's at least like 90-something degrees.
Yeah.
This is just a start too.
Rhythmic tapping, but I don't know if it's them or if it's something else. I think it's like rhythmic. It's in one way, it's like 4/4 time. But yeah, I don't know if it's them walking it. I don't think it would be, because why would they be walking in a rhythm like that? Because that's like literally exactly 4/4 time.
We'll have to check with them. Yeah, we're in a different room
This
now.
is the room right across from the room we were just in. There's some open windows, so you're going to hear some traffic. I don't know if we can close those. We probably shouldn't touch them.
No, because we need at least some kind of ventilation.
Exactly. We have the EMF is on here, over here on the couch. It's still reading 0. It went up a little bit because I touched it. So if, do you want me to do the honors this time?
Go right ahead.
Okay. Then we observe first. That's what we should do first. That was the keys in his pocket, by the way, for future us.
Yeah, I don't know where I put the laser grid.
It's not in your pocket.
No.
Did you leave it in the other room? I'll take it over. Go ahead and look. Okay. Hey, there we go.
There we go. Trying to miss your face.
If you'd like to try to touch any of the points of light. Oh, never mind.
No, I just needed to.
Give me a second. Okay. Let me try that again. If you would like to try to touch any of the points of light that are in this room, you may. Are you afraid of us? Or should we be afraid of you?
think later on we should switch floors.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Hello.
Right after we cut filming, I picked up the EMF reader and it shut off.
Okay.
We're in the room adjacent to the one we were just in, and I will have, since I took over the honors in there, I will let Travis do it. I'm actually going to let you do your own here.
It's become more and more, how do I put this? The stories I've heard, more and more illegal activities have been made in this building, on these floors, and down below. Would you be able to give me a yes or a no on that, if it's true? That device over there is an EMF reader. If you come near it, it'll pick up your presence. We'll be able to tell that you're there.
I went right back down again and went up to about 3.003.
3.0?
0.003. And then right back down to 0 again. It was like very, very brief.
Was this your home? I notice there's a lot of damage done to this place. Time is, excuse me. Time has really worked one over on it. Are you upset about the condition of this building?
0.002 went right back down to 0.
The one thing I've been wondering is the activity that we had downstairs didn't read on any devices. Are you by some means turning on the flashlights and moving the dowsing rods from another place, possibly channeling energy? If it's a yes, could you move towards the EMF reader? And that was a gunshot.
That was a gunshot, yes. Future us. I haven't gotten anything on the EMF since that last reading, unfortunately.
Okay.
So, my theory is that,
I think stuff's gonna start.
yeah, it might be a little too early. Also, I don't think this is the right floor for it. I think more activity will probably be up there if there's any more.
Yeah.
It's slight here, but it's nowhere near like what we've gotten
Well, I
just
think
in the bar area.
I think later on we should switch floors.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Hello. That was a spike.
That was a spike.
That
went up to like 20, I think. I thought I saw 20 or 30.
Jeez.
Okay.
Well, we have got some
I have been-
really good stuff to.
I have been mistaken, just slightly. Maybe the apparition in question heard me and said, I'll show you how much activity there is down here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, well there's the definitive proof. That's why you didn't hear it go beep, beep, beep when I got the readings. Those are very, very, very minimal readings. That was a huge spike.
Yeah, it only does when it goes shoots up real high.
Exactly. So,
Wow.
So that's definite proof that there is something going on here, and we're going to find out as the evening progresses exactly what.
Exactly. Timestamp.
It is 10, that's wrong, it's about 20 after 10 p.m. on June 23rd. Okay, we just did our investigation on floor 2 upstairs. Laura and Darren are still on the 3rd floor, but as for the 2nd floor, right after we cut filming, of course, before we cut filming, you heard the spike on the EMF reader. Right after we cut filming, I picked up the EMF reader, and it shut off completely. The light, the backlight, and everything, even though it was still turned to on position. So something snatched a you-know-what load of energy from that EMF reader and shut it off.
Enough at once to make it think the battery is dead to shut it off.
Mm-hmm. It's not. It is not actually dead. We'll prove it.
Yeah.
Still working. But yeah, shut the EMF reader completely off. So
There's no reason why it should do that.
yeah.
We have come in contact with a lot of really good activity tonight.
Yes, and the night is still young, so we got a while yet.
Yeah, and I'm intrigued.
I'm looking forward to 3 a.m. specifically, so I would love to see what happens at 3 a.m.
Ooh, it's gonna be good.
Whoa.
Alright, you can go ahead and turn that off.
You got the night vision on?
Go ahead.
Yeah, of course.
You know this thing better than I do.
Okay, timestamp.
I don't know. My phone's off.
It is. I can see the clock from here. That's over there. It is about 10:30-ish. Okay, so we came upstairs to give Darren and Laura a break, and they tell us that they've been talking with a little girl victim, and this is articles of clothing.
Apparently, this belonged to her.
Okay.
She pointed us to this directly.
All right.
Then she told us that this belonged to a little boy that was also a victim.
He's got night vision on it. It's all right.
Okay, sorry.
And then this apron that apparently belonged to a small woman.
Okay. Anything else that's happened up here? Because apparently I've been postulating that more activity was happening up here than was happening on the second floor where we were.
Yeah,
so
that's what we
we did get
thought.
something. We had the EMF reader on, and we were getting very faint readings, like 0.002, 0.03 from a couple of his questions. Then I went back on camera to kind of outro us, and it spiked up to like 30.
Oh, wow.
Then I picked it up, and it shut off completely.
The dial
With
was
it
still turned.
in the position that it was supposed to be in. It wasn't turned off on the dial. It wasn't set to off. It just turned the flip off.
Wow. Wow.
And it's working. I mean, it's working just fine. See? There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But, yeah, it just turned completely off. I'm like, okay, well, there's definitely something here.
Yeah.
That's like definitive proof.
There's a lot of somethings
There's a
here.
lot of somethings here. The dowsing rods gave us a hint that there might be more activity upstairs. I think that was absolutely correct. There is more activity up here. They're probably going to find some stuff downstairs, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
But the breadth of the activity is up here, possibly within these two rooms.
I would agree to that.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, because we were talking and I asked if it was a little girl, and I said yes. And then I asked her.
Excuse the trains, by the way.
Yes, I asked her myself with the rods. Was she a victim? And she said yes. And I asked her, is there anything here that you might have could help us figure out, something about you, or I even asked her if her mom knows that she's missing, and she said no.
I'm at 1 bar of battery. It just moved to 2, and then it's down to 1.
Okay.
So that's when we brought up the clothing.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a piece of clothing of each one of them.
We just break them out. They're going to go take a smoke break, and then they're going to go up to the second floor.
Indeed.
For now, we're going to try and see what activity we can get.
Okay. And I've got the EMF reader on. It is sitting here on the table. It is fully functioning, despite it being shut off for us on the second floor. And, yeah, so I think I'm going to have you can do the honors. First observe.
Of course. So, for anyone that's here, we've got a variety of tools we can use to detect to see if you're here. For now, we're going to use an EMF reader. Okay. If you approach it, it will pick you up. But if you don't want to, it's fine. Hey, I noticed you were communicating with Laura and Darren. Is there anything you can do right now to show us that you're here? With the instruments given? Do you want to try the rods?
You can, yeah. Dowsing rods right here in my hands. We are set, preset. Alright.
Okay. So, are you a victim of murder?
That's a yes.
That's a yes. Were Laura and Darren very helpful with reading your story?
That is very good to hear. Thank you.
Did you die in somewhere around between the 1920s and the 1950s?
Okay, that is a yes.
Is there anything that can be done to help ease your pain? Yes.
Wow, that's an absolute yes. Look at that. It's like straight across, yes. Okay.
Are you scared?
Okay, well, that's good news. Was there anybody younger than 18 here? Okay. That's a yes. Was anybody younger than 18 murdered or died here? Is Travis correct that you yourself was killed or have died here, possibly? Okay. Let's narrow it down even further. Were you murdered? Okay, not murdered. That's a interesting sign. Okay.
Something that people used to do in brothels.
Mm-hmm.
They would drug young girls,
Mm-hmm.
get them addicted to heroin.
Mm-hmm.
Did you overdose?
There's the answer right there. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Alright, thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you very, very much.
You have helped us as well as us trying to help you. So what's your thoughts? I have a lot.
This place is extremely active.
Yes, absolutely is. And it's only 10:30 at night, about almost quarter to 11 now, according to the bank clock down the street. So it may get even more active as the night progresses, and I'd be interested again to see what happens around 3 a.m. We are going to get that chance, so I'm very, very interested to see what happens. Should we possibly move in there now and do this in there? I haven't gotten anything off of this.
I don't think that anything is going to be different in the next room. I think it's due to floors.
Okay.
Now, if there was a gigantic hallway in between or something, maybe there'd be a difference.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
But whatever's here is free reign to this top floor. So I would say that let's cut building and just sit for a second. Just observe.
Okay.
After a brief conversation.
And this thing's...
Yeah.
I didn't touch that. It went off by itself.
Someone is very anxious to have their story told.
Yep.
Over the years, I try and not bring this to WTF Files. If you follow the Facebook page, you may find that every once in a while, we'll kind of add a little bit of conspiracy story.
Some background to the place that we're visiting, and there's quite a bit of background to this. So...
that this was a sex trafficking area. They said it was a brothel. It's looking like sex trafficking.
Yeah, it appears to be a little more than that because the responses that we got when we used the dowsing rods. What we believe is the case is that there were women, young girls that were kidnapped before they turned 18. They came here, I would say between the ages of 12 and 16. They were kidnapped, probably they were brought here, drugged, heroin likely.
Some kind of opiate.
And some kind of opiate, but heroin is most likely because that was what was prevalent in those days. It's still prevalent today. If you go and look on any street corner, I saw a guy that looked like he was hopped up on it not too long ago, but that's neither here nor there. They were pumped full of drugs. They were kidnapped from home before they turned 18.
If you've seen Taken with Liam Neeson,
kind of like that,
you'll know what we're talking about.
Kind of, almost exactly like that. As a matter of fact, that's like a modern day retelling of it almost. And then they eventually overdosed and died here. And whomever we were communicating with in this room just now was really anxious for us to tell this story. Well, we have the venue. You're watching it right now, so I hope to whoever's in here with us, I hope that is as sufficient means as necessary for your story to be told.
I think I need to start asking questions.
Alright, do you want me to get the dowsing rods back
Yes.
out? Let me turn this back on. Okay. Alright. Let us pick up where we left off, dowsing rods, get them level.